These people have been through a trauma. It is not a little trauma, it's a big trauma. That when your very safety is threatened, that you fear for your life, that your self-esteem has been shattered, that you have been devalued through a personal relationship from the person you should trust most in the world, that's a trauma.
Right here in our own community, over 200,000 domestic violence incidents are reported every year.
We have been taught to think that domestic violence is only physical, and that was in the past. And so you can see the scars. However, domestic violence is also not only just physical, it's mental, it's emotional, it's financial, it's sexual, it's social.
CASA does this amazing job helping to patch up those basic needs. So they may provide them with housing or transitional housing and resources for food and avenues to find new jobs. So they get their basic needs taken care of and start to reintegrate into society safely. However, what I do see in these clients is that they have been traumatized. When your basic safety in your own home is at risk, that is a trauma. It's post-traumatic stress, and they are dealing with the outset of what has happened to them. That's where Heals to Heal bridges the gap between what CASA does and what counseling can do for a participant.
I started Heals to Heal based on seeing a need for therapy resources in the community here in St. Petersburg. Based on my personal experience, I realized there wasn't enough quality counseling services available for survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, and other trauma-related incidents.
So right away I noticed that people have a sense that this was their fault, and they have a problem speaking up for themselves because they have become experts at keeping the temperature, the emotional temperature in the room. They don't want to take this volatile abuser to the next level. So they learn to keep that temperature and therefore not speak up for themselves. They've really lost a sense of self in that way and become devalued by their abuser.
The Heals to Heal therapy program was launched in June of last year. This program helps domestic violence survivors receive counseling for free.
A participant comes to mind. She has gone through 12 weeks of the program. She felt unsure that she was being abused. So after 25 years of marriage, she realized she was like the proverbial frog that was put in the cool pot of water where the heat was slowly turned up. She was burning.
The program helps the participants receive counseling by licensed mental health counselors. The counseling that they receive is quality counseling and care that helps them process their trauma. This year, we're excited to announce that we are adding a women's empowerment leader, Sierra Bender.
So I'm a survivor of sexual abuse from the ages of 5 to 12 from a family member. I also am a survivor of sexual assault from a doctor, and then also from domestic violence in my first marriage. And what I realized was forgiveness. I realized I didn't have this kind of free time to be angry, that I had a mission, and I needed to turn my pain into power. And that's how the Sierra Bender Empowerment Method was created, my book, and everything that I do.
The goal is to get them through therapy, but our program does not stop there. When the participants are ready, now we have the next step.
Bringing women into a group setting allows women to be women. It allows women to embrace their femininity, to stand in their core, to understand how to bring these tools out into their everyday life, whether it's in the boardroom, bedroom, or beyond. So, great question. Domestic violence is the separation of women. Historically, how to disempower women is to separate them. Abuse of power is a prey-predator mentality. It's someone of power who's taking advantage of someone's trust, of someone's energy, of someone's mind, of someone's spiritual, mental, emotional, or physical being. It affects all ages, it affects all spiritual backgrounds, it affects all economic backgrounds. It's just a plague that is taking over not only the United States, but globally.
Heals to Heal is expanding the vision into prevention and awareness. Some of the ways that we'd like to expand on the program is to add on the sexual trauma program, which helps with sexual assault on college campuses, as well as the St. Pete Police Department Crime Unit.
So why we need men in the mission is to help us, to help protect and provide. What men are very good at is resources. So you can help us with the resources, financially, your energy, your time, to help the women in your life.
Everyone has a mother, a daughter,
A sister.
Our friend.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
Heals to Heal helps stop the cycle of abuse.
And you can help by supporting Heals to Heal tonight.
You find yourself secluded sometimes in these situations where, so if you don't have any family and you no longer have the one person in your life that you thought was going to be there for you, where are you supposed to go? So it's been amazing to have someone that's actually knowledgeable and can really validate me.